We continue our coverage of Braves spring training right here on 680thefan.com. I'm Kevin McAlpin. He is Braves pitcher Matt Wisler. And Matt, this is really your first spring training with the Braves. Obviously, you got traded right before opening day a year ago. Just sort of your overall thoughts and impressions on your first camp here in Orlando.
So far it's been good. A lot of good guys here. We have a ton of guys still here to go. But I think obviously, first and foremost, I think the team's a lot better than people think. Coming out of this year, I think we got some good guys here, and the competition's at a high level right now. So it's gonna be fun, exciting to finish up camp, see what kind of team we're taking back to Atlanta. But overall, I've enjoyed it. Florida's a good spot. I have family down here, so that always makes it nice. And then days like today where the team's on the road are pretty easy days for me, which I really enjoy.
You mentioned an interesting point there about you guys think you're going to be better than maybe the national predictions. Do you at all pay much attention to those, or does the team use that maybe as bulletin board material, or do you just try to go out there and play 162 and let the chips fall where they do?
Yeah, I think you can't really read too much into it, whether it's good or bad with the writing. Obviously, I think the big part is for this year for our team is nobody knows what kind of team we're putting out on the field. You couldn't tell us right now who the 25 guys are. So I think that's the big part of it now. But I think we got a lot of older guys here, a lot of veteran guys that know what they're doing, been around the league for a while. So I think they're going to help us steer us in the right direction. But I think over time, I think we're going to show that we can play up here. Competition
has certainly been fun to watch in the first week of games. How much have you, as a young pitcher, enjoyed also watching guys like Sean Newcomb, like Aaron Blair, Tyrell Jenkins? Were you sort of looking forward to getting a chance to see these guys up close and personal?
Yeah, I've heard good things about them all. Obviously, I think Cole came in the trades. I've never seen him pitch. Jenkins, I've never seen him pitch. Obviously, it's my first spring with the team, right. So I've never really seen any of these guys throw. So it's always good and exciting to see the guys that everyone's talking about. Going out there and watch those guys throw. They have good arms. A lot of stuff. I think Aaron Blair is pretty similar to me. We've talked about this a while. We play catch every day. I think he's going to be really good. I think Newcomb, he's got a little bit of work, but he's going to be right up there too. And Jenkins and everything. I haven't seen Jenkins throw in a game yet, but we got a lot of talented arms here. It's going to be a good competition for spring to see who's going to break camp.
Do you guys kind of talk about the future and what may be with this rotation for many years to come? It could be a very special run that this team could be not too far away from.
Yeah, I think with the arms we got in the system, we could be very good, very stocked for pitching for the next couple of years and so forth. For the next 10 years with the arms we got here. So it's exciting. We haven't really talked too much about it. We're just trying to establish ourselves right now. Especially for me, I'm just going out there and trying to put my mark on the game this year. Hopefully lead up to this year with an established pitcher. But everyone's got a lot of work to go. No one's really close to being fully ready to go. Fully weapon tied and everything like that. So every day is going to be new work and new opportunities.
How much confidence did you come into this spring with, given the fact how the month of September went for you? You really finished strong.
Yeah, the month of September was good for me. I struggled really bad in August, so to have that bounce back month was great for my confidence. Going into the off season, knowing that I can get guys out. I think it helped me too coming into camp. Knowing that I can still come into camp and work on some stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna break it or not. Obviously, I've got a long way to go, but I'm just trying every day, build on what I did last year, build on the off speed that I started throwing, and change up and like that, working with Glavin. So just trying to build on everything every day.
What did that mean for you, for a young pitcher, to have a Hall of Fame pitcher in Tom Glavin say, "Hey, come on, let's work on a changeup"?
No, it was awesome. To have him call me out or say on the radio to invite me just a phone call away. I was going to take him up on that. To have a Hall of Famer want to work with you. So talked to him in the off season for a couple hours, just over some coffee. Talking pitching and just talking the mechanics of the changeup and the thought process behind it. And then he came out and watched me early January get off the mound and throw it for the first time. So I feel better with the pitch. Obviously, my last game I didn't throw it in the game, so I'm going to start to incorporate it, obviously, to work on it. But it feels pretty good at the moment.
You had a chance to make your spring debut against the Mets, the team you made your major league debut against, and that was quite a night for you.
Yeah, it was quick and easy. Those guys came out swinging. So if I'm trying to, AJ, as we were walking in from the bullpen before the game, asked me what I wanted to work on. I said pretty much fastball command, maybe some changeups in there, and if I get 0-2 to work the slider. So those guys swinging early, so they pretty much put a lot of fastballs in play, and the ground balls right at people. So quick and easy game.
When you think back to that night when you made your debut, what was the emotions like when you stepped on the mound for the first time? And was there a guy that you saw in the batter's box where you sort of said, "Wow, I'm here, I'm in the big leagues"?
No, the overall the experience of getting called up, making my debut was unbelievable, dream come true for me. The way the game went, I could never ask for anything better. So it's definitely a night I'll never forget. Getting on the mound, you're nervous. The first time I was nervous all day. I got on the mound and felt a lot more calm on the mound than I had. Even games afterwards, I was more nervous in that first game. But getting that first strikeout against Granderson was kind of like, all right, well, I can get guys out up here. So it was definitely an exciting game and something I'll never forget.
Wrapping up, you mentioned the mental part of the game, knowing that you have this stuff to get big league hitters out. And it's also obviously a physical game as well. How much of the balance is there between the two that you have to really kind of keep yourself in check and keep your composure?
Yeah, I think for me, this year especially, I'm trying to simplify my mechanics a little bit. Last year, if I'm in a bad pitch and I have 25 things in my head, I'm thinking about what I did wrong on that pitch. So this year, I'm trying to just take it easy. Have one or two mechanical cues if I make a bad pitch. I'm like, all right, I felt this or I felt that. And if I didn't feel it, it was just like, well, I just didn't execute. So trying to keep my mental thoughts a little bit simpler this year, so I don't get out there and just start overthinking on everything and get too mechanical. But the big part for me is just going out there and competing every game. If I've done all my good stuff, just find a way to get the job done that I need to.
Well, the future is certainly bright, especially on the mound with yourself and so many young arms, Matt. We appreciate your time. Best of luck in the rest of spring training, and we'll look forward to the regular season.
Sounds good. Thank you.